Good morning, welcome to the allotment. It's the end of May and just doing another quick video. So just going to the polytunnel. As you've probably been aware from previous videos, I've been growing the collies and some cabbage in here. So we've harvested the cabbages, we've used those. The cauliflowers, I'll just quickly go through them. You see I've actually broke the leaves on this one. And if I uncover the leaves, you can see there's quite a nice cauliflower there. And we're going to harvest that a bit later today. But okay, so broken the outside leaves when I noticed it yesterday, just to save it from being burnt, keep the nice colour. Okay, so look at the jobs I've got to do today. So the first job I'm going to do is plant out some parsnips, and I'll show you what I've done with those. So there's parsnips, they're in root trainers. Started off indoors, get them to germinate, or get as many as possible to germinate. There's 2 or 3 per cell. I'm not going to disturb them yet, they're just going to be planted out directly into this ground. So it's the ground where I've put the beetroot in previously. So I'm just going to drop those in, and then the next job after that will be to do the leeks, get those planted out. But I'll just get on with doing this job first. Okay, so I'll just get on with planting these out. We've got 2 varieties. We've got Gladiator and White Spear. The reason I planted them into root trainers is so that the nice long taproot don't disturb it too much. The nice long taproot will stay, and I can plant out without disturbing it too much. It's always difficult getting parsnips to start because they need a nice constant temperature, fairly warm, to get germinated. So one of the dangers of planting outdoors is you get a variation in temperature and they don't germinate. If you start them indoors, they will germinate, but then you face the other problem that I've potentially got now, is that I'm disturbing the root and they don't grow nice and long. It's just a matter of getting the plants down. Like so, there's 2 or 3 to each cell. What I'll do, I'll plant them out, and then once I've planted them out, I'll make sure and keep the strongest one, and I'll just clip off the weaker one. But give them a chance to do a bit of growing first. The other method you can use if you don't use these root trainers is to use toilet rolls. Which, to be honest, might be a better solution because you've got less chance of disturbing them if you just drop the toilet roll holder in. The only problem is if the toilet roll holder doesn't disintegrate fast enough, it might restrict the growth on the parsnip. these are the weaker plants. We're going down this end. So these have got virtually no taproot at all yet. Which is fine. Drop them in. Okay, so I'll just do the same now with white spear. Okay, all that remains for me to do now is to give these a water in. So in this bed we've got 2 rows of parsnips and 1 row of beetroot. Okay, so that's the parsnips planted out, and the next job to do is to get the leeks out. So I'll set the camera back up and show you how I'm planting the leeks. Out then? What are you planting out? You have to tell me. Okay, we're over the other side of the allotment. I'm just going to put the leeks in. So I've got 2 lots of leeks. Tadorna's the first one I'm going to put in. I'm going to put 2 rows of these in. Leeks are nice and easy to plant out. So I've got this, which is an old broken handle. So all I've got to do, push it down in the soil, make a hole, and then drop the leek in. So I'll knock these out the pot first of all. Put the label in the ground, just tease them apart. Now it's just going to be a case of walking down, making the hole and dropping the leek in. I'm not even too worried about how close they are. If there's a couple of leeks together, I don't mind planting a couple of leeks together. Right, some people trim the roots and trim the tops. I've tried that in the past, it's made no difference. So now I don't bother to do that. Okay, so when you drop the leeks in the hole, you just need to give them a good soak so it takes all the soil down onto the leeks. And that's the first row of leeks planted out. Okay, with all the spares, what I'll do is dig a hole and drop them in as two massive clumps. Then we'll have the option of picking those as well. So I've just got to water these in. I'm just going to generally water the whole area now. I think we're due rain in the next few days, so that'll get them off to a good start as well. Okay, so that's the leeks and the parsnips planted out this morning. Those are the two main jobs I've got to do. Just the only job left now is to put a cover over these leeks and give them a bit of protection. Just put a mix of the yeah, I'll get the difficult. Okay, ready? I'm on the cane. That's it. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Bit close this end. I'll come this end a bit.
You've just pulled the label that way.
Okay.
On top of the label.
Okay, it's a tight fit.
I'm not used to that.
Right.
Oh, look at these. I've got some of these in flower.
Yeah. Okay, the leeks are in. We've put the cover over. So that's all my job's done for today. And hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.